everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. Get your coffee ready. Morning Manna. We're going to get right into it. Continuing in James, we're going to go verses 10 through 12 says this, brothers and sisters, as an example of patience in the face of suffering, take the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord. As you know, we count as blessed those who have persevered. You have heard of Job's perseverance and have seen what the Lord finally brought about. The Lord is full of compassion and mercy. Above all, my brothers and sisters, do not swear, not by heaven or by earth or by anything else. All you need to say is a simple yes or no. Otherwise, you will be condemned. Now, we get this, I think. We truly do. I think we've studied these kind of texts before, and we understand what he's saying. What James is saying is that, there are examples of people who suffered in the text. And he says, consider the prophets. Now, a prophet that comes to mind for me is Jeremiah, who really endured a lot of things, but he did it patiently. I mean, he was thrown into prison. He was put in the stocks. He was lowered into a dungeon. I mean, Jeremiah had a tough ministry, right? We think we have things tough. Jeremiah had a tough ministry. There's no doubt about it. And yet he persevered, and he persevered with patience. So no matter what it is that you're going through, James is saying, stay in it. It's an extension of what we talked about yesterday. He's just beating home that point with the example. And then he gives us the example of Job. And if you've never studied the book of Job, go read the book of Job. You think you have a hard time. You think you've got a tough time. Imagine being somebody that the Lord hands to the enemy on a silver platter. I mean, that's a tough road. That's a tough go. And he's saying, guys, even Job persevered. In the end, he was rewarded. And then he wraps up the study by saying, above all things, so there's a paramount importance. He starts at, above all, my brothers and sisters, do not swear, not by heaven or by earth or anything else. All you need is a simple yes or no. Let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. Because sometimes we make promises and unforeseen circumstances prevent us from keeping them. If you have children, you know what I'm talking about. You shouldn't promise things to your children often because something often happens and you can't fulfill that promise. And then your children have a misguided understanding of you and your word. And it's a dangerous thing. And James is warning us about that. So what's your devotion today? It's the same really as yesterday. Stay in it. Let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. Don't get so caught up in your circumstances, whether good or bad, because change is inevitably coming. And regardless of whether the change is good or bad, you need to stand firm in the Lord. So let your yes be your yes and your no be your no, and patiently wait on the Lord to return. And that's your devotion. As always, guys, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can be made aware every time we put out a new video. Go bless somebody else today. Watch what happens in your life. We'll see you tomorrow.